So cryptocurrency is beyond is beyond the Ponzi schemes, is beyond everything that's been talked said about it. Cryptocurrency is just simply money evolved. Money has evolved. If you are using naira, if you're using dollar, if you're using yuan, you're using pounds or any currency, those currency are what we know as fiat. You have to go back and read the history of money. It's very important and very vital. If you're going to understand the role of cryptocurrency today, you need to go back and understand the history of money so that you will see that digital currency is just a long time coming. It's not the next thing that just come and then everybody will try to cash in and cash out and then it goes away. Just like the way that we have the internet today, and the internet that comes to stay. The only thing will say that internet just keep on evolving to internet. We have web 3.0 now. It's from internet 1.0, internet 2.0, and now we have internet 3.0, and that's how it's going to keep evolving. It's like how we move from the first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, third industrial revolution, and now we're in the fourth industrial revolution. So life is just moving from one phase to the other, and that includes the cryptocurrency. You know, one of the reasons why I really want, I told people to install the app I call CoinMarketCap is that if you have a challenge about any cryptocurrency, all you have to do is go to that app, type the name of the coin you're looking for, the cryptocurrency you're looking for, and you read about it. You know, there are lots of persons who don't give time to read it. And even if you don't have time to read it, there's YouTube. Just browse it and then you see some videos on it and then you watch it. And then the reason why I'm here is when you watch these things, make sure you've done your due diligence and then you ask me questions and I reply you. Not when you've not actually done the parts, you've not attended class, you've not watched videos, and you've not read any material. And then you come back and ask me some basic questions that these three things would have done for you. So information you need, it's available, very available. Let's avail ourselves to them. Now, cryptocurrency is just a part of a technology, a genesis technology known as the blockchain technology. It is the blockchain, like the blockchain technology, like the mother, and one of the children is cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is simply digital money. Money, the first kind of money we ever had in this world was trade by barter. It evolved, got to cowries, got to gold, got to fiat, which is the naira and dollar that we know of today. And then before the fiat currencies, we had or the other forms of money didn't need any central government. They didn't need any centralization. They didn't need any government to regulate what and how and much should be equated as money. It's a matter of you. It was a peer-to-peer stuff. If I have a bag of rice and I want to exchange it with a bag of beans, we just agree. There was no need for a government to come and say, this is it. And then when it evolved to cowries, same thing. If a father wants to give out a child in a marriage or anything, it demands for probably like 7 bags of cowries. You just give away the bags of cowries. Same thing to gold. The person you want to pay demands for the person you want to pay demands for the calories, the amount of the gold, the bars of gold you want to use. And since it just kept on evolving, and then eventually it evolved to the point that we needed fiat, and that was brought in regulation, now brought in the government. Each country now had their central tendency, now had a central money. You say, okay, this is the valuation we should use. 100 naira, 200 naira, $100, $1, and all that. So, and from there we got to ATM cards, and from ATM cards we got to we also had the electronic money, which was a Visa card, PayPal, Payoneer, web money, because at every single phase of evolution of money, it was to solve a particular problem. Why did we evolve from trade by barter to cowries and to gold? It was because trade by barter wasn't sustainable. Imagine you can't store money with trade by barter. Imagine storing tubers of yam for 5 years. That yam will spoil. Imagine storing beans for a long period of time. And imagine trying to transfer that money to somebody else in another village. You have to imagine driving a cart. Then there were no cars. Imagine driving a cart or using your horses or camels to transport the trade by barter form of money from one village to the other, from one town to the other. So that became a need for another kind of money. That was what brought in cowries. That was what brought in gold. That was what brought in metallic coins. But when fiat, paper currency came into being, it became very, very needful that there should be a regulation. Please, can we meet ourselves? Meet us.
I'd love to work with him. Well, when would you like to start? Miss Tui, there's something you should know about me.
Now, it became very, very vital that there will be a regulation. That's what brought in the central bank. We have central banks. We have banks in every country that regulate the amount of money that flows in the country per time. And it regulates which one, like what is the valuation of these currencies. So what did this thing bring? It means that these banks can now regulate how much you can own. Before now, there was no regulation to how much you can own. You can own as much as whatever. But now, this bank can keep track of how much you have. If you have your money in an account, they know exactly how much you have. But then, when these central tendencies were introduced, I can't use Naira in the US. And the US, if I go to the US, if a US citizen comes to Nigeria, the person cannot use dollar in Nigeria. The person cannot use dollar in Nigeria. So it became very, very, it restricted the flow of money. It restricted the flow of money a lot. If you get to US, you have to convert your money and all that. So that was what brought in. So there was a market crash in the year 2008. And the man that brought in cryptocurrency, the first cryptocurrency that brought the first technical documentation about the first cryptocurrency, the name is Satoshi Nakamoto. You will find it when you Google about the name of this man, you get more history on him. Or you use that app I told you people to download. Please make use of that app. Every cryptocurrency you want to know about is there. Every exchange is being traded on is there. Every exchange is being traded on is there. Because sometimes when someone wants to ask me some particular kind of questions, I'm like, come on. That is why I told people to install the app. Use CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. Let it be that the terminology that you're seeing there is hard for you to understand. Then you can ask questions. Each of these coins, like from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Tron to Litecoin to Link to everything, the information is there. You see their website, the original website of these people. You see what they are about. You read about them. Information empowers you in this space. One of the reasons why I'm doing all this is because education will really propel adoption of this stuff in Nigeria and Africa beyond. Because in other places, they're already doing a whole lot trying to educate people about the real deal. Now, I'm not talking about the get rich quick scheme. This is not a get rich quick scheme, anything. It follows the same market is good, market is bad, something. So you have to understand how the market goes. So anyway, I was talking about the history of money. And so that's it. And when we got to Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency was created in 2009, and that was Bitcoin. And followed by Ethereum, I think between 2014 and 2015, brought in Ethereum by Vitalik Buterin. The person that created Ethereum is well known. All you have to do is Google Vitalik Buterin. You read about him. Now, after Ethereum was created, every other cryptocurrency came out. Bitcoin is the most used, the most adopted, and the first one to come out. Now, Bitcoin is the currency you use to trade other currencies. Now, it's time to share my screen. Let me share my screen. So for those of us, you should note that these coins, these cryptocurrencies are money. You have to treat it like money. You don't have to treat it like one business or the next multi-level marketing scheme to do. You have to treat it as business that it is, as money, because it's actually money. You can use Bitcoin. I have people, in fact, just yesterday, somebody paid me in a particular kind of cryptocurrency. It wasn't Bitcoin, it wasn't Ethereum, it was a kind of cryptocurrency. I offered a service, the person paid me in crypto. So you can use it the same way you use your money. You're going to pay for goods and services. You can store it, and the value will increase over time. There's some cryptocurrencies that I told people to buy and hold in their wallet. If you're not trading them, they will generate interest for you over time. And if you hold it for a period of 6 months, you'll be on a whole lot of gain, extra gains, kind of gains. So I'm sharing my screen right now. So I'm sharing my screen right now. I believe we can see my screen. So now, these cryptocurrencies, these digital currencies. Okay, this app I told you to download. I told you to download this app, CoinGecko. Information will empower you in this space. Don't be in such a hurry to make money if you've not learned the details about that stuff. So this is the app I told you to get. This is one of the apps. And then if you just click on Bitcoin, for example, now you can see there's a chart about Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. You see the exchanges where you can find Bitcoin. You go to the exchanges. This is the places where you can trade Bitcoin. There are places where you can trade it. There are different exchanges where you can trade Bitcoin. Then information about it, info. If you want to know more about it, you go to bitcoin.org. If you want to, these are places where you can get the varied information that you need to understand the stuff. If you see Genesis date, this was the day it was created, January 23, 2009. So this is 11 years. Next year we make it next year we make it 12 years. Bitcoin has been in existence. So same thing followed by Ethereum. Same thing followed by Ethereum. This is the uptrend of in the last 24 hours of Ethereum. These are places where you can trade it. And then information about it. You can go to the website and read more about it, know more about it. And these are places where you can get it. It was created on July 30th, 2015. So if I tell you that information is your friend in the crypto space. So now let's go to one of the places where you can trade these cryptocurrencies. Now, first of all, you should note that I don't know why I'm going back all the way back, but I'm trying to help, especially with the men that just joined, to come up to speed. When he watches the video, he will understand, he'll get clarity, and then he'll probably have questions to ask. Now, this is an exchange. This is an exchange. It's an exchange, and the name is Binance. Now, the first thing to do when you come into the crypto space is that you should know that security is very important in this space. So don't be in a hurry to make money if you've not secured your account. That's the role of Google Authenticator. I'll Google how to use Google Authenticator and I'll send it to the group so you can read up. But it's simply, you have to link these exchanges. Before you use Binance, before you use OKEx, make sure you link it to your Google Authenticator. Now, the reason why you need, there's no point making money if someone is going to come and hack your account and carry it off. So you have to be very security conscious in this space. because the market is so precious, people are looking for a way to hack other people and then get away with their funds. So the first thing to do is to go to your security. After you've used the email address that you're able to create is the first email address is to trading email. So you don't get any other email in that. You don't get any other. You don't get any other mail in that email address. You'll be able to recognize what mail comes into an email address. Don't just click any link. Hackers always use phishing mails. Hackers use phishing mails to get people. So you should be careful. You should be aware. That's why you're using a new email address. So it will be an email address that is strictly for trading. Don't use that email address anywhere else. I take or beg you. Don't use that email address anywhere else. Use it only for trading. So you can easily track what mails come into that email. I believe you all can hear me, right? Let's see. I believe you all can hear me. Udeme, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I'll proceed then.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, it's very apparent that you should be very, very security conscious. So after you've created an account, your email address and password, very strong password. A strong password consists of a capital letter, small letters, numbers, and special characters. And then you go to your settings, your security settings, like in this place now, in this Binance now, you go to this place and you go to your security, and then you activate Google Authenticator. Mine is already activated. So you come here, if it's not activated, you click your enable, and from there, they tell you what to do. They'll give you a code that you impute in your Google Authenticator. If you're like now, if you're someone like me that is in this space, my Facebook has Google Authenticator on it. My email addresses have Google Authenticator on it. My LinkedIn, my Twitter. That's how much security, like, because when they hack those accounts, you can't recover those accounts. So it's better to stay safe early than, leave your account. So it's not just about crypto. I make sure my Facebook is up, because my Facebook had been hacked before in 2016. So I make sure my Facebook is secured. So even if you have my email address and my password, you can't log into my Facebook. You can't. Nobody can log into my Facebook apart from me. It's me that have the access. Same thing for my Twitter, same thing for my LinkedIn, same thing for some of my email addresses. They are all secure. So you copy the code from a Google Authenticator, and then you put it in. You put that code. You make sure you save that code, because if you misplace that code, all this exchange will take you through stress to recover your account. So make sure you don't screenshot it and go and keep. Copy it and keep somewhere where you can find it when you want to use it. Write it out, save it in a cloud saving app like Google Keep, or in a document, or save it on your Google Drive, on your notes, but someplace on your Telegram saved messages, but a place you can always access it. Even if something happens to your phone, you can always log in, you can always find that code. See, crypto will make it very cautious about stuff, about details. Pay attention to details. So, after you've secured your account, the next thing to do is to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the currency used to trade other coins. If you notice, okay.
Sorry, Madam Victoria. Sorry, which app are you open? Did you have just opened?
Binance.
Binance. Okay.
Yeah, I told you to create an account.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Most exchanges look alike. So all you have to do is almost the same thing, that the same rules that work with one exchange work with the other. So all you have to do is, if I'm explaining about Binance, you also see that it's almost similar to OKEx, but each exchange have one or two tweaks that makes them different from the other exchange. So it's all about getting yourself familiar with the exchange. That's why I sent a video on, I don't know, I've not sent a video yet about Binance for you. That's the man, but I'll send a video for Binance, but I'll send a video for OKEx. It's all very similar. So the first thing to do is to fund your account. After you've created your account and you've secured it, the first thing you do is to fund your account with BTC. Now, OKEx, you can buy BTC directly from OKEx. Binance, you can also buy BTC directly from Binance. It wasn't like this before, but they integrated to make it very easy for you to buy crypto. So you can buy your BTC directly, which is using your card from Binance. Now, I always advise people to start with substantial funds. Like 20K, it's okay to start. It might be small, like if you look at large traders and all that, but it's a good place to start. Now, I'll explain that when I get to portfolio management. Portfolio management and all that. So just like basically try to run you through so I can get to, it might be just to be too many information at the start, but you can watch other videos to cement what you're hearing, to reinforce what you're hearing in your mind, and then you get your questions. So the first thing is you buy crypto, you buy Bitcoin into this account, and then when you buy it, then you'll be ready. That's not to buy Bitcoin, and you check your distance, check your balance, and see that it is reflecting. You see BT is supposed to be here. You see that it's reflecting. The first thing to do is to now learn how to enter a trade. How do you enter a trade? The basic way of entering a trade is very simple. This is not even the hard part. The first thing to do is to, if you're giving a coin, like I gave some signal, recently, and I gave signals today. So if you're giving a signal, in that signal, you will see the name of the coin, you see the exchange to buy it from, you see the price at which to buy it from, and the price to sell at. Now, a typical cryptocurrency have two valuations. One of it is Satoshi value, and the other one is in dollar value. Now, let me show you an example of what I mean. Now, look at this place now. I went to the market. You can see now, let me see, just move to the market again. Now, this is a typical price. This is a price. This is a price. This is a coin. Data BTC. Data BTC. Data is a cryptocurrency, a very good one at that. And then look at this price here. You can see that the price here, it has two prices, the dollar value and Satoshi value. The one on top is the Satoshi value, and the one below is the dollar value. What do I mean by Satoshi value? Remember what I told you, that Bitcoin is like the currency you use to trade other currencies. Just like the way you use your Naira to go to the market to go and buy a pair of shoes, a shirt, a gown, or a suit. That's the same way you use Satoshi, you use Bitcoin to buy other currencies. Now, because of the name of the first person to create a crypto, Satoshi as a valuation was named, this valuation in Bitcoin was named after the Satoshi. So a typical Satoshi price has 8 decimal places. As you can see, it's 0.0000, that's 0.50402. There are 0.50402. And the dollar value is under. Dollar value now is not the equivalent of the Satoshi price in dollars. 0.50402 equivalent to dollar is actually 0.041225. So for every Satoshi value, there's an equivalent dollar value. Now, mind you that sometimes the Satoshi value is not always the same with the dollar value, in the sense that $1 today can mean 0.0 5 zeros and 1 in Satoshi. I'm just saying hypothetically, for example, it's actually 0 points. It's actually 0.3 zeros and 1. Then $10 will be 0.2 zeros and 1. So if you're doing $1, the equivalent dollar price, Satoshi price will now be 0.3 zeros and 1. But sometimes if the dollar value of Satoshi increases, it will cost you lesser Satoshi to achieve a particular dollar valuation. Don't worry about this. I'm just saying now it's English, but you get it with time. But just note that the price of each coin has two valuations: Satoshi value and the equivalent in dollar. Now, when the value of what you bought is appreciating, both of them, you will see the dollar appreciation and then the equivalent in dollar. So in that signal you're seeing, let me take you to the group. Now, this is the signal room. Okay, let me use the Binance one. What this one is this thing. Let me use Binance signal. Now, this is a Binance signal. It contains the name of the coin, the price you can buy at, and the price you can sell at. Now, normally, you're seeing 190. What it means is that the zeros in front of it are not included. The 190 means that these coins are actually, the price of the coin is actually 0.5 zeros and 190. So if I say buy this coin on Binance, for example, all you have to do is look at the pair. The pair is BTC, which means you're using Bitcoin to buy this coin. So the first of all, what you should do is you come to the exchange and you type, okay, let me get it to load. Oh my God. Then you type DGB. I tell you to buy DGB BTC. Okay, the coin I give yourself is already coming up small. You click DGB BTC. When you click DGB BTC, now you click buy because I told you to buy it. The first thing you should do is that you should check this place to see if the Satoshi value is within the range that I gave. What was the range I gave? I gave that you should buy it within, you should buy DGB within 190 and 205. Now, if you bought this within this point, which means you're close to hitting your first target. So, according to this signal now, it has passed the price range I told you to buy at, the range I told you to buy at. I said to buy between 190 and 205, and now it's at 214. And the first target, sell target, is at 220. But let's just work with it that way. Let's just assume that the price is within range, and you saw that the price was between 190 and 205. So what you should do is you should come to this buy. To make it very easy to buy off sharp. Then let me explain this typical interface. It's a typical trading interface on Binance. And now what we are doing now is spot trading. On a spot trade, there are what we call different order types. Different order types. That's where you now see we have the limit price, the market price, the stop limit, and the OCO. Under the limit price, you are putting the price you want to buy at yourself, as long as it's within range of what is in the signal. So now I said buy between that range, and if you select limit now, for example, all you have to do is check if it's within range. If it's within range, you put in the price. Now you look at the current price. Either you buy at that current price, or you look at, this is a sell wall, this is a buy wall. These are people, the sell wall are people that are selling, and people buy wall is people that are buying. So what should you do? You pick the the latest, not the latest, the smallest price order there. When you select it, the price will appear here. And then, depending on the amount of Bitcoin that you have, you can either select to say you want to use half of the Bitcoin you have, which is 50%, or you want to use everything, which is 100%, and then you click buy. When you click buy, you bought the coin. When you buy the coin, always come back to automatically sell. Now, I said to sell at 220. Then at 220, you click, you want it to sell off at 220. That you have your capital now with the Jara on top. Or you say, okay, you want it to sell at 240. You can split at 240 because you want it to sell off with Jara on top. So that's limit price. Use your limit price. You can use limit price to set your buy order and your sell order. And you click 100% and you sell. So what you're doing now is making sure you're not missing out on the profit. So as soon as the price gets to 240 to sell off, you have your capital and your profit. Now, the next thing is you come to the on that around order type, you should understand is market order. What's market order? Market order means that you want to buy at the current market price, irrespective of what the market price is. Now, in market order, you're not bothering yourself. You're not bothering yourself about the current market price. All you know is that you want to use the current market price to buy. So you use market. As you can see now, when I set a market now, there's no place for it now to edit and put a price because it's automatically buy for you at the current market price. Now you now click 100% because you want to use everything that's in your balance to buy the coin. When you put everything in your balance, you now have you now click buy. As soon as you click buy, you use this thing. You use sell. Use your sell order. You go to sell immediately, and then you put the price you want to sell at, and then you sell off. So another type of order type is stop limit. Stop limit is used by some person. I don't really use stop limit because I expect my coins to do well, so I just leave it. I don't use stop limit. Stop limit is used to minimize loss. Maybe you expected a coin to do a particular price within a particular time frame, and then if it doesn't go that way, it should come down to this price and then help you minimize your loss. That's why in some of the signals you will see what I call stop loss. You see what I call stop loss. So you can use stop loss. I will explain how to use stop loss another day. So another one is OCO. OCO means one cancels the other. It means that you can set both stop loss and take profit at the same time. When you buy a coin, you put at what price you want to take a profit from and at what price you want to minimize your loss from. It's your choice, but normally I don't use OCO or your stop loss. I have a video on it anyway, so I'll still share the video and you can watch and see how it's done. So this is simply how to buy and all that. So now the types of trading we have spot trading, we have margin trading, we have P2P and all manner. We have futures and all that. Now, spot trading is enough for you. Spot trading is very simple. We've started progressing to futures, to margin and the likes of it. That's very is like a more advanced part of this. But you can be doing your spot trading and be maximizing your profits from there. There are some videos I shared earlier about how to maximize profit. So this is the basic trading interface. And remember, I just explained to you about the security, and this is still like very much basics. So now note that it's not every cryptocurrency out there that is profitable. As time goes on, I'll show you how to know a profitable coin. Now note that this is still like a huge probability, but it increases your chances of making profit by backing your actions with information, right information. So a good coin, out of all the more than 1,000, more than 6,000 cryptocurrencies on available right now, only very few or a handful will survive the market, and that handful will last because they have something they're offering to the space. Now, I want you to note that, like, why one of the another thing you should know that why cryptocurrency is not just the next bubble, is because each of these cryptocurrencies are trying to solve a problem in the financial market, and not just the financial market, in life generally. Remember, blockchain technology is blockchain technology is has different aspects of life it's influencing. There are different areas of life blockchain is going to really influence, and it's already influencing. We're talking about security, we're talking about supply chain, we're talking about medicine. There are already coins like Solve Care is a coin that's already making changes in the medical field. We have Link, we have coins that are already influencing the banking and finance. So a good coin must have something it's offering to the space, as the solution is bringing, as the solution is solving. There are coins that serve pure currency. There are coins that are not even affected by the volatility of the market. So these are different classes of cryptocurrency, different classes of cryptocurrencies based on what they are offering. I think, let me see, OKEx. I want to show you something. I think, let me see. Okay. Let me see. Now, each of these exchanges have tried to have some kind of information that will help you navigate their exchanges very well. So all in all, they're just different free sets. If you want to start trading today, now this one have a frequently asked questions, beginner's guide. OKEx has some videos on their application that can help you also understand. So you can also buy your Bitcoin using Luno. You can also buy your Bitcoin from your account, say from your account using Luno, and then you can deposit it. You can deposit it to your either Binance and all that. Let's just say that you didn't buy directly from Binance and you didn't buy directly from OKEx. You can buy on Luno, and then all you have to do is to come to Binance, for example, and then you deposit the Bitcoin you bought from. I made a video about this too, so I'll share all those ones too. You come to your wallet and then you select deposit and select Bitcoin you want to deposit. You copy the address and then you paste it on Luno. Paste it on Luno. If you want to send Bitcoin, for example, you click Bitcoin and then you click send. It requests the address, you put the address, what you're sending, and then you click next, and then you put the amount you want to send, and then like that. within minutes it will appear on Binance, and then you're ready to trade. You're very much ready to trade. So, and note that every address, you cannot use the address, Bitcoin address on Binance for OKEx. Each crypto has its own unique address on every exchange. BTC address on Binance is not the same thing as OKEx address, OKEx BTC address, or BTC address on OKEx. So each of these cryptocurrencies have their own unique address, just like the way that your account number is different from your sister's account number, from your brother's account number. So, do you have a question?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, based on the Binance you mentioned that you can actually buy crypto from Binance, and
Yeah.
comparing it with Luno that you just showed, I think I saw a part where you have local currency in Naira, but I didn't see that in Binance. So how do I pay? Like you mentioned, you advise we start with a 20,000 Naira, for instance. So how do I pay that 20,000 Naira, and to whom do I pay to?
You're not paying to anybody. Have you used any payment gateway before?
What do you say?
Have you used any payment gateway before? Have you used any payment gateway before, like Paystack? Have you tried to use your card online before to make payments?
Most time I use a meter. I've not really used it as such.
Exactly. So you've never used your card to make a payment before?
No, I've used my ATM card. I've used my ATM card.
To pay online. Have you used your
Yes.
ATM card to pay online before?
Yes, I've done that. Yes.
Exactly. So that's how the same this one works.
Okay.
Now, these exchanges now, like Ludo, for example, is just a, how will I put it? It's just a wallet. Ludo is a wallet. Do you understand? Luno is a
Okay.
wallet, but they integrated payment gateways to make it very easy for you to buy Bitcoin. You don't know who you're buying it from. All you know that is that you used your card. Like now, if you're going to go to anybody hostage, you're holding Luno. Do you understand? You report their support if maybe if you have a challenge, but there's hardly any challenge like that. They integrated Paystack. What's the other one? I think what's the other one? If you're using it, you see about three. I think Flutterwave was a recent addition, and then one other payment gateway. All you have to do is put in your bank details, put in the amount of Bitcoin you want to buy, and within seconds it appears on the amount you want to deposit from your account. It will be withdrawn moved from your account and appear on Luno, for example. When it appears on Luno, for example, you cannot use it to buy Bitcoin on Luno, and then you cannot transfer it to the exchange you want to use it to trade. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I get you. I
Same
get you.
thing with Binance too. Like, let me show you OKEx one. Let me show you OKEx one. Now, OKEx, I'm one of their training partners. So, if I'm talking about a lot about OKEx, it's because, of course, I'm literally working for them. So, I have to like promote them on larger scale. Now, let me show you. Now, on OKEx now, you come to buy and sell. Share, you can see my screen bar.
Yeah, I can. I can.
Okay, it's loading.
Right.
Now, you want to buy either of this, USDT, BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin. There are different kind of cryptocurrencies. Let's just say you want to buy BTC, select BTC, you put in the amount you want to buy. That's about, let's just say you want to buy $20 worth. $20 worth is about 7,000 something. Now this is the equivalent in BTC under it. Your card, depending on the card you're using a Visa card, Apple Pay, or MasterCard. You're using MasterCard, so you can buy BTC. It takes you to the payment gateway. This payment gateway they are using here is Banza. You click buy now, and then you click you understand. Just follow the procedure, and then it takes you to Banza and then you just go through the process. Same thing with Binance. Sorry, I'm waiting for this thing to load. Same thing with Binance.
So, sorry, in the meanwhile, so before I forget, under that, the one you just OKEx, before going to Binance,
Yeah.
you type $20. So how do you calculate the equivalent in Naira so that I will not overshoot my Naira value?
Use Google. Use Google.
Okay, Google, okay.
Just Google it, yeah.
Okay.
If you just type $20 to Naira, it just come up. $20 to anything, to Bitcoin, it just come up. We just give you valuation. You just see the equivalent.
Okay.
Now for Binance now, these are different currencies that it supports, but apparently most of them are suspended. But Nigeria is still available, so use Nigeria, and it takes you to the payment gateway. Takes you to the payment gateway. Like you want the let's let me just say now, for example, 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. That's they will charge you 140 naira as fee, and then you continue. It takes you to where you now use your card. Guess it's loading. That take you to where you're going to use your card and make your payments and all those things. But also, then preferably you might also use Luno, like I was trying to show you. And also another way to go about it is maybe you have you can also buy another cryptocurrency and you send maybe all this while you've been accumulating Ethereum, and then you want to use Ethereum instead. You can convert that Ethereum to Bitcoin and use it to trade. The beauty thing about cryptocurrency is that you can convert one crypto to the other. You can always convert one to the other. You can always convert any crypto to Bitcoin. I can always use Bitcoin to buy any crypto. Every cryptocurrency can be converted to Bitcoin. If it cannot be converted to Bitcoin, then I don't know. Because Bitcoin is like the main currency that you can use to trade these other currencies. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. Probably when I watch the video, I also get more clarity. But for now, I think I do.
Yes. So you can understand the basics, the basic part of it to be able to buy and sell, and then every other information that follows. Like I said, it's not as if every information on the internet or YouTube is completely legit, but it's still your friend. And then that's why I gave that app, CoinMarketCap, and then CoinGecko. Like this one, I tell people to install it. It has you want to know information about any cryptocurrency, you can read it up here. Like now, these are even news. One thing you should know that cryptocurrency thrives on news. Is cryptocurrency thrives on news, and this is a called fundamental analysis. You get there eventually. That's like an advanced part of this class, fundamental analysis and all those. But cryptocurrency thrives on news in the sense that a good news can make a price of a coin to go up and you'll be on profit, and a bad news can make a price of a coin to drop. So it thrives on news. So most of the times, you take as I said, cryptocurrency is all about information and timing. When you are informed and use your time well, you'll be on profits. So let us say this is an introduction for you, the men, and then basically basic interface for buying and selling of crypto. I know it can be a whole lot of information to get at a time, but as you get involved in it, it makes sense. It gets clearer. Okay. Hello.
Hello, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I said as you do it, it gets clearer.
Okay.
But since you're a busy person, you might not. Some persons in my group, they're very busy, so they don't really bother about the extra information. They just want to learn how they can buy and sell and make profits. So that one too is there. When they now learn how to buy and sell and make profit, they can now start adding other extra information about crypto. But I don't hesitate to tell them about security and what crypto is all about. That's like the foundation of it all. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, so you get it. You get it.
Okay. Okay.
Actually.
I think I chatted with you up about the issue I have with my Google Authenticator. I don't know why it's not. I'm not able to activate it.
It's not something you activate on its own. If you remember when I was inside this class, I said you link your accounts on exchanges to Google Authenticator. Google Authenticator is not something to sign up on. It's just a security measure you use to protect your account. I think I showed you, don't worry, I'm recording this video, so you can go back to the beginning of the video and watch how I explained you can link your Google Authenticator. And then I will send a link. I'll just browse and send a link to how to use it. You just go to security. Every OKEx has a place where you go to and you link your Google Authenticator to OKEx. Binance has its own. Just go security part of the app. You will see where Google Authenticator is listed, and then you see to link it. You see a code that you impute in Google Authenticator. Remember I said keep that code safe. So you can go back and listen to this class again. That code is keep it safe, and then use that code that you impute in Google Authenticator, and Google Authenticator will now start generating 6 codes every 50 seconds that you use to finalize your linking on the app. When you finalize it, you see everything is step by step. See, people should also learn to read every instructions that is given on the application, because these applications, they'll always guide you. They'll tell you what to do. It's not as if like in that security part, they'll tell you install Google Authenticator. You've installed this, copy this code, paste inside your Google Authenticator, save it somewhere. They'll ask you if you saved it. They'll not tell you, okay, paste it back for us. Let them be sure that you saved it somewhere. And then you copy the numbers that are now being generated on Google Authenticator, and then you paste it back on the app, like Binance, for example. And then it's probably the next class will not be next week. Probably by that next week, if it's not clear, or maybe by the weekend or something. Just I don't know. I have other things fixed for the week. It's just to if there's a challenge, probably use one person's own end. Person will share his or her screen, and I'll explain that part. But I don't think it's not supposed to be hard. You paste the code. So every time you want to log in, it will demand that you put in your email and password plus that code that Google Authenticator is generating. Do you get?
I get you.
Okay. The code Google Authenticator is generating. You copy it and always put it. Even when you want to withdraw your money from actually they will demand for that code that Google Authenticator will not be generating every time. Normally when you're creating some accounts on some website, they will tell you, they send you a code to your phone as an SMS. But this time around, the code is being generated by Google Authenticator because it's safer. SMS authentication is not safe. It's not 100% safe. It's okay, but it's not 100% secure in the sense that your SMS can be breached and network can delay and you might not get the code on time and it will expire. You'll be able to use it. But Google Authenticator is not dependent on network, on whether it's MTN is sending it to or Google is sending it. It automatically generates those codes for you. But first of all, you have to link your Binance or your OKEx or any account you created to the Google Authenticator. It's not something you sign up on. You just link the two. You link the two accounts by putting in the code you get from these exchanges on Google Authenticator and then confirming it on the app and then Google Authenticator generates a code for you to be able to use on the app. So the more you do these things, the more it will get clearer for you. So you can go back and then listen to this again. And I'll send a link for Google Authenticator, the step-by-step process. So any more questions?
No, for now. Like I said, I would have to go to the videos, and if I need clarity, I will get back to you.
All right. Fine. I'll record this video. I will just upload this video to my YouTube channel. So I'll send a link. I'll share the link.
Okay.
You can rewatch it again and then share your questions in the group. It's a gradual thing. It's a gradual thing. Just make sure you go through all the videos and all that. So I believe we're done. Ozioma.
Hello.
Hope you followed the class.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you have a question?
I did. I can hear you. Same thing. I was just be following the class now. I'm be listening to you. I'll just be doing it normal. Gradually
Yeah,
to the
it's
entry.
small. It's small. I had some challenges too when I was starting, but then it's small. There's not really any special mathematics to it. It's just step by step.
No problem.
So what's today's challenge?
Anyway, I called earlier, but you didn't pick, Sha. I was trying to like open the OKEx on and try to go to the buying section. I did all that, but it backfired. It didn't go through, Sha.
You try to use your card
Something went through. Yes.
You try to use your card to buy. Okay, if you want to, like I said, okay, it's just one option. You can also deposit from buy from Luno and deposit if you want to start.
Huh?
But I'll get to the you can buy from Luno.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you well.
And buy from
Luno. Can you hear?
Sorry. I think I'll get back to you now. Sorry for something.
Network is bad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear Victoria.